Community Impact Award is Autumn Red Cross. Autumn Red Cross is the founding director of ALC Court Watch and a former visiting professor at Point Park University. With a PhD in philosophy of communication and rhetoric from Duquesne University, she has trained in democratic education, restorative justice, and community engagement. Under her leadership, ALC Court Watch has expanded its focus to include court packing support and advocacy, enhancing its impact on community justice. Please give a warm welcome and celebrate Autumn Red Cross. The experience in the courtroom really impacted me. I really tried to prepare myself to go into that courtroom. I was like, what do I do? Why am I going to be there? I'm in Pittsburgh now, away from my family, in Philadelphia, and away from where the event happened. But I was the only one in my family who could afford to spend a week in the courts in Philadelphia. So I went. And when I got there, I was moved from the place that I took a seat to the other side of the courtroom. I was told I was on the wrong side. It created this invisible line in the courtroom. The architecture of the room was like I was favored. I was on the side of the Commonwealth. You know, they gave us some room off to the side of the courtroom where the police would come through and visit with us. The DA would come through. You're going to get these guys. They're going to spend a lot of time in prison, they said to us. The side that we were meant to sit had the jury by our side, and the witness stand was on our side of the courtroom. So everything was in favor of us. Although I know, had things gone just a few ticks differently that night that my brother was killed, we could have been on the very other side of the courtroom. These systems are set to make it seem like we're at war. These systems are set to make it seem as though we're against one another, but we're the same. The two young men who were found guilty at the end of the court proceeding were taken away from their families as well for many, many years. We were left without a family member for sure, forever. But the impact on the community was that three young men in their 20s were all taken away from the same community. That didn't make sense to me. We're told that we won. We won the case. You know, we should be glad. But all I could think about was my mother. Who's going to visit her? Who's going to take care of his 4 young kids? Who's going to take care of his wife, who didn't even speak English at the time? So I was very fortunate when this position opened up to be the Court Watch director to create a program that goes into the courts. And we take this very seriously. We're there to balance the equilibrium. We're not there for size. We believe that we're there, the side that we take is against the system. We believe there's lots of trauma. There's too much violence, right, in our community today. But it is not being solved through our court system. It's not being solved through our policing system. And it's definitely not being solved through our prisons. If that was the case, we would be the safest country in the world because we're certainly the most incarcerated. So I invite you, as you have been called today, previous to me and by Brandy, to come with us to court. Come sit with us and watch what's going on there. We send out that data. We send out the see that change. I appreciate you coming today and